Askreddit thread. What's the worst piece of shit movie you've ever seen? Food Fight is by far the worst animated movie ever made. Oh, I totally suggest watching the JonTron video on Food Fight. It's hilarious. Yet it cost $45 million to make. There's a conspiracy theory, a only half-serious one, that it was money laundering operation. A lot of movies are actually tax evasion schemes. Pretty sure most video games movies are just ways to avoid taxes in Germany. Every movie is a money scheme. Return of the Jedi has never made a profit, even though it made $475 million on a $32 million budget. Return of the Jedi, why does that sound familiar? Is that a Star Wars movie? Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix, which under Hollywood accounting ended up with $176 million lost, even though it's one of the top grossing films in the last decade. Alright, I don't want to read about that. Son of the Mask, a family picture. Oh yes, that's my movie, Satan. How could they follow up The Mask with that shit show? I will never understand. Oh my god, that used to be my brother's favorite movie when he was a toddler. He'd watch it over and over again. It was the only movie that, no matter when or where, it would keep him entertained. It wasn't always worth it. S. Darko. That's supposed to be sequel to Donnie Darko. I had completely blocked that out from my memory. Thanks for reminding me of that fucking piece of shit garbage. How did that even pass as film? What the fucking fuck? Did you seriously turn down Donnie's innocent little sister into a fucking pill-popping drifter? Really? Are you? Okay, I'm not gonna read all that. Thanksgiving 3. The first was fun to watch. They literally didn't make a Thanksgiving 2. 3 was on a whole nother level bad. Nice tits, bitch. Gobble gobble, motherfuckers. Is that the one where the turkey rapes a girl as a joke? You just got stuffed. I think I cringed so hard I gave myself bonitis. I watched it. I don't know what I was expecting. This is high school film level class quality. No, that's the first one. First one is pure brilliance. The third, which is actually the second, is atrocious. Dragon Ball Evolution. I thought everybody on Earth agreed to not watch this movie. Who says he is on Earth? I think everyone on Namek would agree as well, that Piccolo was a disgrace to all Namekians. If watching this movie on Namek time were ever an option, I think I'd have my answer to the torture thread. Till there is a Dragon Ball Evolution movie. I won't watch it though. That's a very wise choice. I was so excited to watch that movie, but afterwards I realized I'd rather have paid not to watch it. Thing with that Dragon Ball movie, I heard about it before they were making it, and I heard they were going to have $100 million budget for it, and I was so excited for it. And, well, it wasn't the worst movie in the world, it was just a really big disappointment. Troll 2 is the worst movie I believe I've ever seen. Oh my god! The fuck? The shit people give gold to. For those of you who have no idea what the fuck he's talking about, it's a reference from Troll 2. Was filmed near where I grew up. Seriously, the most god-awful movie I've ever seen. Maybe bad, but goddamn does it make a great drinking game. I actually watched a documentary about Troll 2. Like, it has a really big following for being a bad movie. Troll 2 is a cinematic masterpiece. Well, someone thinks you can piss on hospitality. Check out The Best Worst Movie. Yeah, that's a documentary. I watched on it. My boss on my last job was in that movie. He was the "Where are all the girls" guy in the muscle car. We gave him lots of crap for it. They're gonna eat her. Then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god. That's funny. Nilbog? Oh my god. It's goblin spelled backwards. But I thought the thread was asking for the worst movie. Yeah, but it's actually been voted the worst movie of all time. It's well known for how awful it is. I watched it after finding out it was considered the worst movie ever. Was not disappointed. Now I've seen the worst movie of all time, and I feel accomplished because I don't think any movie will ever be as bad. Will ever be made that is worse, and that's cool to me. But it was great in its terribleness. It's that Playboy for the Cooper family. It's on Netflix now. Is it on Netflix now? Jack and Jill. Adam Sandler won a Razzie for both Worst Actor and Actress. They actually gave him the Razzie in every category that year because the movie was that bad. Holy shit. That movie has a score of 3% on Rotten Tomatoes. Damn it, Sandler. Left Behind with Nicolas Cage has a 2%. I still haven't watched it. The Garbage Pail Kids movie has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's that bad. Garbage Pail Kids? Why does that sound familiar? Why would anyone expect a Garbage Pail Kids movie to be good? I was a huge fan of Garbage Pail Kids when the movie came out, and even I thought it was a horribly stupid idea. Incidentally, it wasn't even nominated for Worst Picture at Razzies. It was nominated for Worst New Star and Worst Song. The latter was won by George Michael for I Want Your Sex. The worst movie that year was won by Leonard Part 6, starring Bill Cosby, who won Worst Actor. Fred the movie also has 0%. Not a surprise, really. And yet there's like 2 sequels to it. And yet 13-year-old me sat through it in the theater. Oh, you know what? My cousin was over recently, and she was actually watching the Fred movie on her Kindle. I didn't know it was a bad movie, although I'm not really a big fan of Fred. Seeing the trailer for the movie reminded me of the Jack Black trailer at the beginning of Tropic Thunder. Jeff Pontree and Fatty's fart. I actually find that movie fascinating due to many things about it described in the Red Letter Media video on it. Because these guys had the predictions about what cliches the movie would cover, but the movie didn't even touch on lots of them, which caused them to realize the plot of the movie was dictated by what was cheapest and easiest to film. In the movie, Sandler plays as an ad executive, which gives plenty of opportunities for product placement, and in some cases, actual fucking commercials within the movie. Alright, I think I'm going to have to add this to my watch later list after I'm done reading this, because I love Red Letter Media. And here I thought no movie could possibly contain more product placement than Talladega Nights. Oh, I love Talladega Nights. Those ads were hilarious, though. If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you. I know that on the track, Bobby and I like to goof around, but now is time to get serious. We're talking about packs of wild dogs roaming the streets in New York City, prey on young children and small mammals. Well, it's people's own fault for going. Everything's yelled, it's trashed at you. Actor playing both male and female characters, the actor being Adam Sandler. The trailer was shit, plot sounded like shit, all reviews said it was shit. I actually like some of Adam Sandler's movies though, but I know a lot of his movies are garbage too, so. Easily worst movie he ever did. So far, motherfucker is still making movies. To be fair, I'm cautiously optimistic about Pixels. Oh yeah, I do kind of want to see that movie too. Directed by Chris Columbus and written by Tim Hurley, who wrote most of Sandler's good movies. It has a chance. I think that's a typo, and you mean written by the staff of Futurama a decade ago. I would like to, but the trailers are so cringy it makes me think twice. So yeah, cautiously optimistic is pretty right. Hey, he has good movies too. I enjoyed Click and Anger Management. Those were good movies. I like his older movies, notably the ones that he had Tim Hurley's help on. The Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Mr. Deeds. They're not fantastic, but they're watchable and still pretty funny. I like The Waterboy. No, he's not. He's taking vacations. They just accidentally cobbled together a movie along the way to pay for it. Blah, blah, blah. Click was pretty good, too. Highlander 2 made me cry. Highlander 2 tagline. There should have only been one. Let's undo everything the first movie had in 10 minutes. Then let's shit on its corpse and then piss on that. I have no idea what that movie is. Basically, all the old movies that played on Mystery Science Theater 3000. I really miss that show. The Manos, The Hands of Fate episode is one of my personal favorites. Watch some on Riff Racks. What is Riff Raff? And Cinematic Titanic. They are on Amazon Prime currently. Epic movie. I don't even know how to describe it. Just for clarification, this is the unepic movie I'm talking about. Oh, Epic Movies, a spin-off of all those crappy movies they were making. Some of them were pretty good, and then they just got super fucking lazy in their writing with like Epic Movie and Meet the Spartans. All of the scary spin-off movies were utter shit, and I regret seeing the two that I did and have voided out my memory forever. Not Another Teen Movie was actually pretty good. Yeah, it was. Pours bottled water on Jana's dress. Audible gasp from crowd, and one idiot in the back yells, "That's gonna stay." After she had just gotten out of a pool. A football player gets tackled by two guys at once in opposite directions, severing his body in half. Voice from the stands, "Walk it off, Marty." I thought Scary Movie 3 is actually a rather good spoof movie. I think he's referring to the spin-offs of the Scary Movie franchise itself. Oh yeah, lots of those are garbage. I walked out of that one. I watched it at home. I started doing random things while it kept playing. I luckily forgot most things about the movie. How the hell has no one said Aragon yet? Oh god, that movie. I actually own that movie because it was like on sale at Blockbuster. My mom bought it. I don't know why. I read the books. I read all of them. I actually own all the books too. And that movie made me so sad. Hey, check out this baby dragon flying around this castle. Poof, check it out. It's an adult dragon now. That was the worst part of the movie for me. That and the worm mummies. They completely skipped over Saphira growing up and bonding. It was the point of the whole freaking book. Hell, a montage could have worked okay. By worm mummies, do you mean the Razaks? It really bothered me that the Shade more or less conjured them up when they were actual intelligent creatures. The Razaks were such a big part of the books, too. Yeah, that's what I meant. I actually like the Razaks as characters and inheritance. I'm not sure if you read them all or not, so I won't say anything more just in case. Showing Galbatorix at all and having him mug his way through his scenes was just as bad, in my opinion. Shuriken was also way too small. Did they show Galbatorix in the movie? I don't remember. There were so many things I did wrong. I remember leaving the theater just feeling disappointed. By itself, it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but I just knew they wouldn't be making any more of the Inheritance films. That's so true. It's kind of like Dragon Ball Z. It wasn't the worst movie ever, but considering what it was based off of, it was a huge disappointment. And the fact that they killed him pretty easily when they were a key point in the Roran's plot in the second and third books, they ruined any chance at continuing the series, yeah, when they killed the Razaks in the first. I think they killed them like as soon as they showed up, and they're actually kind of a big deal in the books. The worst part for me was instead of 12-foot tall horned minotaurs, the Urgles got turned into retarded bumbling fat guys. Oh, they got turned into Lord of the Ring orcs. That's right. The Urgles are supposed to be a big part of the books too. To be fair, the Urgles weren't 12 feet tall. That was only the bigger versions of them. Can't remember what they're called. The Cole. Sounds about right. Oh look, all of my rage is back. Hello ladies, look at your dragon, now come back to me. Now I'm not gonna read that. Locked and chained away somewhere dark in our brains. That movie was so awful. Me and my friend walked out. It was painful to watch. The Happening. I can't believe I actually paid to watch actors run from the wind. The only good part of the movie was at the end when the black guy in the theater yelled, "I still don't know what's happening." Me too, black guy. Me too. Oh, that's great. Oh, man, I didn't get that black guy in. Right? That might have made it worth it. Man, there's something great about seeing a scary movie and having a guy like that in the audience. I've always remembered seeing Dawn of the Dead in theaters because partway through the movie when the large zombie is killed, this guy goes, "Damn, that bitch was fat." The entire theater erupted with laughter. I really liked Aladdin and was so surprised in the change of quality in the sequel, Return of Jafar. Ah, the dark age of direct-to-video Disney sequels. So glad Lester put a stop to that. Tarzan 2 also falls into this category, and then he went and made Cars 2. I was and still am a huge Cars fan, but dude, Mater became a spy cannot hold up as a main plot, side plot, potentially. Let's not read about that. Battlefield Earth. A steaming pile of shit covered in vomit, at best. Find the riffracks. Watch the riffracks. Enjoy Battlefield Earth in a whole new light. There's going to be a lot of riffrack suggestions on here. To be fair, I'll always suggest riffracks, even for movies I really like. Also, 2 hours of Dutch angle. In the Name of the King. I don't know what that one is. 50 Shades of Grey. If I were forced to either watch every other movie on this list twice or watch 50 Shades one more time, I'd happily choose the first option. My problem with that movie was that it doesn't even qualify as a movie. Most Vines have more character development and plot than that piece of shit. Was there even a climax? Yes, we know there was some har har. The characters had no chemistry. The casting was all awful. Nothing made sense. Story inconsistencies everywhere. I'd rather watch Leonard review Frozen Pizza for 90 minutes and watch that movie again. Leonard likes this post. Shut up, Leonard. Blood Rain and Son of the Mask. I watched Blood Rain, not realizing it was an Uwe Boll movie. It explains why Michael Madison and Ben Kingsley both looked like they were bored out of their minds, regretting sign on to do the film. Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li. You mean turning M. Bison into Irish real estate agent didn't work for you? Birdemic, Shock and Terror. You shut your mouth. That film was top notch. John Trine has a good video on Birdemic too. You should go watch that. Just because it's shit doesn't mean it's not one of my favorites. Don't make me get my coat hanger. Birdemic filled me with wonder and amazement and confusion all at the same time. I have never laughed at another movie like I've laughed at Birdemic. I laughed until I became sweaty and my jaw was hurting. The last Airbender movie was absolute crap. The show, however, is absolutely fantastic. I knew I'd see Airbender on here. No One, The Wicker Man, 2006. Disaster movie. Oh, disaster movie. That's one I was thinking of. The one that had Kim Kardashian in it. That one was so bad. Probably like the worst movie I've ever seen. It makes me angry just thinking about how bad it was. I know, because I liked a lot of those scary movie spin-offs. Disaster movie was just terrible, though. I mean, the title wasn't a dead giveaway. I don't know what else could have. The chipmunk scene, though. Rewatched for about 20 minutes. I found it fascinating. 80% of the movie was filmed on the same set or likely directed outside said set. Unfriended. Oh, now I'm not going to read that. House of the Dead. Oddly, there's a character in the movie named Kirk who is captain of a boat called Lazarus. Then in Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr.'s character is named Kirk Lazarus. What a strange and random fucking coincidence. The Room. Oh, hi, Mark. How's your sex life? I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. You are tearing me apart, Lisa. Rumor has it the director's trying to make a 3D sequel. That guy is a class act. His AMA was hilarious. The Room 2, even roomier. Link to his AMA. His AMA was everything I expected and so much more. Apparently, he sued Nostalgia Critic for doing a review on the movie. Yeah, Tommy Wilson is kind of a dick. I've heard a lot of things that made me think he was a comedic genius, or failure, I guess, to a douche. He thinks he's hot shit because people are obsessed with this movie being so bad that it's good, which he thinks means it's a masterpiece. Sigh. He tries to play it off like it was intentional. It's kind of sad from his AMA. First of all, The Room was a drama/comedy. Sure it was, Tommy. Silent Hill's Revelations. Unfathomably dumb. As an avid fan of the video game series, it felt to me more like they were doing everything in their power to piss me off. Particularly the end where they just toss all the characters in for no reason. If they just could have stuck to the game's actual storyline and plot, also the creepy-ass Happy Birthday song, and Pyramid Head thrown in there because he's the most iconic character. A Medea Christmas. They tried to tackle racism, class selection, education, big business practice, governmental religious endorsements, and the meaning of Christmas in a strung-together 2-hour, one-liner-laden, delisted cameo mess of writing with no music that should have ever existed. I have found the bottom. I had low expectations before, and it was even worse. I was forced to watch it at my mother's over the holidays. Taken 2. Nothing fucking happened. Liam Neeson gets kidnapped and escapes easily. The fucking end. What? I was sat there watching them drinking milkshakes or whatever they're doing at the end. They're waiting for some Arabs to rappel in through the window or something. But nope. The end. What the fuck was that? I try my hardest to suspend my belief when I watch movies and TV shows, but I just could not get over how the fuck Kim's driving skills and Instable were instantly gaunt here after failing her road test 3 times in the States. Alright, that's it for this.